Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Gamemode 4 G4 breaking my rails right there server. Yes, we're back here and we're in the Hoff base, that's right. And it's been a while since this place has changed, maybe only a few episodes, but I had a lot of fun blowing out these caves and making it look cool. And now I kind of feel like we need to take it to the next level, do some aesthetic work in this area, and that's the plan for today. But let's go over and have a look at the gold farm, because I've had absolutely no opportunities whatsoever to do any AFK farming, which is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to get a whole bunch of gold, and so that's all we've gotten from it so far, pretty much what we had when we left off last episode. So I was thinking, oh, let's try and work in the same area, but the thing is, the activation is right here. If we take a few steps back, you can see it's no longer activated, so there's no chance of that. We're going to have to wait for another time to do some AFKing there and to get ourselves some gold. So anyway, today's episode is being recorded before I go to download. Just like yesterday, I mentioned in my Hermitcraft video that when I get back from download, I know I'm going to be absolutely exhausted, and so it'd be a good idea to record the next bunch of videos before I go. And that's what we're doing right now. So anyway, I do have a plan. Just wanted to let you know that. Where is all my glass gone? I think I know. It went into the construction of that farm, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So I was going to talk about the sand supply that I have. Oh, I do have a sand supply. Amazing. I thought I'd gone through it all. That's brilliant. Okay, cool. So these things over here, the blast furnaces, they don't work for sand. You can see there's no little sand glass thing or whatever it would be on the back there. And unfortunately, they don't get doubled doing this. So I might speak to Sparks about that and say, hey, those blast furnaces... Oh, ghost keys. Wouldn't it be cool if they could do glass as well? And even nether brick, because I also did some of those. And by the way, whenever you hear me say ghost keys, it might not be apparent to you, but all of a sudden one of my keys is being held down even though I'm not touching it. I don't mean physically held down. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden I start moving like this and I'm all like, whoa, what's going on? And to you it may seem like there's nothing going on at all. That's just, yeah, one of the keys. I don't know, for some reason the computer thinks I'm still pressing it. But let's not get too distracted. We want the glass. The reason why is because we're going to be dyeing this stuff, and we're going to be theming this room with what I would call ice shards. And this is going to use our imagination a little bit here. Man, we still have this weird inventory glitch. We've been trying really hard. Well, I say we. The guys behind the server have been trying really hard to fix that, and unfortunately we haven't found a fix just yet. It's really strange, but I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. Oh, there it goes again. Always got to be careful and manage what you're doing. So, we're going to make a few dyes here. Let's not make too many. Do I have 4 there? I could have swore I put 4 there. See, the whole inventory thing. And that's going to be too many for what we have so far. Let's just make 2 of each different type. And my inventory is going to get filled up very quickly. So we'll go around, do 2 of those. Awesome. And then 2 white ones. These are the colours we're going to be using, by the way. And I think we're pretty much going to convert all of these into panes as well. So, yeah, my inventory is going to get messed up pretty quick. Okay, there we go. Crafted all of those. They're the 3 different colours that we're going to be using. And we got some packed ice as well. So this is based on a screenshot that someone sent me. Some ideas for the base in here. And I'm not really sure how we're going to implement this. But let's look around. I think what we want to do is just start off by adding in a few white ones here and there. Like these are just going to add a little bit more shape and colour in places. Even though it's white, you know, it does kind of do something. Just tiny bits of detail, and they kind of look frozen over like shards of ice or something like that. So maybe that's how we'll start off with this packed ice. Let's say we go up here, we plop that down like that, and then maybe have a blue one there and a light one like that. Can we sort of make it look a bit more shardy? Because these are trying to be ice shards. Maybe I need to look at that picture again and get a bit more inspiration. Yeah, it kind of feels stale when I'm doing this. Let's try another one down here. So we're going to drop in something like that. And that doesn't look so bad. So a few of those things around place to place. I think we'll just add in a little bit of colour and detail and bring this place more to life. Because at the moment all you see is stone, sorry, snow and the occasional gravel and torches. Another thing we need to do is remove some of these light sources as well. So I'm going to play around with this and see what I can do. Doesn't feel too great so far. I feel like I need more of a focused idea. But we can decorate this entire cave with this stuff. And then it'll just feel a lot more awesome. Actually, as we step back here, it doesn't look too bad. So yes, I'm going to be working on that, and also I'm going to try and replace some of these torches as well. So we'll probably throw down some glowstone alongside these. So I am totally undecided. When someone sends you a picture of like a small thing that they've done, it can look real cool. Then you try and build it yourself, and it's not the same. It's never the same, is it? But anyway, I've gone around here and put glass panes in the ground. I'm not really sure if this works or not. I like the way you can't see the glowstone, but then as you get closer you can. That's not the issue. It's just the cross in the ground looks a little bit odd. And False is hunting witches at the moment. So there is one other thing that I wanted to try, and that was to see if we had any wool. We should do. Oh, and of course the texture is going to be different because of the texture pack. This will probably not look that great. So what we could do is, instead of having these glass panes, is put the wool down next to the snow. And that's actually not that bad. You could throw it in there, but the texture really does break up the snow. So maybe next to some blocks on the corner like that, you could hide a light source. But I don't think that's really going to work. So I'm happy with this, but played around a little bit with putting in this ice and colour, and I really just don't feel it. I put up a few things, took them down. These little bits like this, though, up in the caves, that kind of works, but I almost feel like it looks better without. So I'm going to go over to my plot world and speak to a few builders over there and see if we can come up with something. But otherwise, I'd say I might actually undo all of this, although I'm going to keep the stuff in the ground. So I spoke to one of the builders on my server, and she pointed out that in order to make this work we need to have more textures than just snow, because these things really kind of like pop out against the snow. And so if you've got like lots of different textures that are quite similar, like iron and things like that going alongside the snow, then it's already broken up as it is. So I decided to take most of it down. There's still a few bits left over, but one of the things she built on her plot was actually a waterfall. So over here I've kind of incorporated that into the base, and it's not as pretty as the one that she built, but I'm really happy with this actually. It was really cool to put down all of that packed ice behind all of the glass there, and then just throw down random glass and cobwebs as well, which give the kind of splash effect from the water. So if you go right to the edge here, you can kind of see where the top starts. Maybe I'll modify that so it's a bit more endless, so to speak, so you can see up a little bit further into like a dark area. And down the bottom here we've got like a little bit of an overhang where the water goes underneath, and I'm really happy with how that looks. That is a feature in our base that I think looks really awesome. And one of the things they've done on the server though was built this with lots more blocks like ice, except that's going to melt in here because we're trying to keep everything lit up. So I'm pleased with the changes that we made. We've still got a few more bits of glass to take down. And by the way, you can craft these cobwebs in this game with string and slimes. So all I needed to do was grab a few pieces of string and a slime. If you put this in your custom crafting bench, then it's just like this. String around the outside, and then you get yourself a cobweb, which is awesome. But what I want to do now is make this into a secret entrance, because this is actually right behind where there is some chunks that didn't get converted into snow, and it's a really good place to visit and mine for some cobbles. So somewhere around here I want to use some redstone and pistons and slime blocks and possibly make a little bit of a secret entrance, which would be pretty cool. But anyway, if we just go back here, I can show you what I'm talking about. There you go, there's the stone. If we dig through, you can see there's this area where I just come in here and dig out for stone and cobblestone. So this area is quite useful, and I think a secret entrance would be a really fun way to get into here. So when I logged onto the server, this just happened to be what she was building, and I'm pretty sure this would look snowy in the default texture pack as well. But in the Game Mode 4 texture pack, it looks pretty awesome. I think, once again, the carpet, that pattern, kind of breaks up the randomness just a little bit, but it still looks really good. And especially the water down here. And yeah, so you can see, I saw this over here, the waterfall, and I decided that's what we're going to build. And this one does look a little bit better. I think what works for it is that ice, and you can see that there's other textures behind there, and that just kind of breaks up from the packed ice a little bit, because we used all packed ice on the actual server. But this is lovely. It's cool to see things built in the Game Mode 4 texture pack. All of this looks really good in it, especially this tree over here as well. I mean, it's built out of stone bricks and cobble, but it looks awesome. I love the cobwebs. Okay, I've thrown down a few iron pressure plates here and there. I kind of like how they look, just randomly dotted around. But around the edge of this, you can see there's a lot of them, and you know where this is going. This is going to be our secret entrance. So if we walk over the edge here, and I spent a little bit of time looking for a place where you could sort of easily walk in, activate something, and not have too many difficulties. And there's this one spot over here. Now, it doesn't look too much like a spot for a secret entrance, but as soon as that block retracts, it means the shape of these ones change, and you can actually sort of drop down between these. So you can walk in like this, hold down forward, and make your way down below, and then go into the stone area back here where there's loads of stone. And if you walk to the left here, this is temporary just so I could show you the redstone. So let's patch all of that in. It's pretty simple. Probably could have made it simpler, but I haven't been doing a lot of redstone lately, so this is all I could kind of think of at the moment. So the other side of that block is, as you can see, opposite to that. So that's going to power the block below it. There's a piece of redstone that activates this piston right here and creates 4 ticks. Underneath there's a piece of redstone to power the block with the redstone torch. It then goes through another 4 tick delay, goes around here on a 5th tick. So I think that means that this thing is retracted for 9 ticks, because that will turn off the redstone torch. So we can't even see it. But there you go, that's how it works, and I think that's really cool. Really nice and simple, just walk over, drop down below. The thing now is, we don't have an exit. I've just realised that. I think what I might actually do is make the exit right here, so you walk out past the redstone, and maybe there's like a ladder here, and you sort of drop down from above a little bit, because I want this to be hidden. So maybe we can do that. Okay, let's try this. You go down, you get your stone, you make your way out, and there's just a ladder here. Yeah, that's nice and simple. Then you can drop down where you can't climb back up, and it doesn't look like there's actually an entrance there, really, unless you pay close attention. So I think that's going to work pretty well. This is maybe a little bit too steep. Perhaps we'll put in a couple of blocks like that. That kind of helps break it up. And by the way, over here there's a little bit of an experiment that I did a while back. You can see there's some grass down here. I was talking to the other guys on the server about all of the mobs that are spawning everywhere. We've still got that problem. And I thought, well, there's no mobs spawning up on the surface because there's snow everywhere. So why don't I put some grass down here? And I don't know if the Y value has any kind of effect, but I put in a small patch of grass. Maybe it's not enough overall, but not a single mob has spawned down here yet. A passive mob, that is. So I don't know about that. We'll leave it there for now. We don't need this space for anything, so that experiment can continue, I guess. But like I said, not seen a single thing. Anyway, we're kind of done with our exploration into a little bit of decoration. I think that's good for today's episode, so we should have a look around and find a project for the second half of this video. So I've been looking through the Game Mode 4 wiki for things to do, and a lot of stuff requires some prismarine shards. So I was thinking, hey, a while back we did that live stream and we found an ocean monument over in that direction, I think. Or was it that direction? Actually, yeah, based on the way this ladder is facing, I think it would have been in that direction. But anyway, I thought that would be a cool thing to do, go on a little bit of an adventure. So we have to get prepared, and I've been doing some fishing because we're going to need pufferfish. Now, sod's law, the first thing that I fished out was the rarest one of all, the pufferfish. But we do have 2 raw fish as well, so we'll be able to make 9 potions with this. And I know what you're thinking, 9 potions, you've only got 1 pufferfish. Well, you can do this right here, apparently. We put this in, it should give us a different type of fish, and we can rotate through them until we get the pufferfish. Amazing. So with this we'll be able to make some more potions. And as well as that, I also want to get depth strider and other things as well, like some regeneration potions and health potions, which we've got a couple of, and basically get geared up to go, because we want to be well prepared. And then when we're inside there, we can kill some guardians, get some prismarine shards, and maybe take on the elder guardians as well. So a lot of things we can do. Anyway, I'll just get prepared, and I guess I'll probably meet you over there. So what am I doing in the nether? Well, I figured we'd take an ender chest with us to put a load of potions in. I'll explain why in a little while. But over here it doesn't work quite the same. Look, I look at these guys and absolutely nothing happens. Now I've already hit this fella. But that's the other funny thing. Look at the way they teleport. They just... oh, it's so bizarre, and I can't get them to be aggressive at me. Let's see if we can find a crowd of them, because it looked really funny a moment ago. I hit a whole bunch of them, and then they all started teleporting. Seems like they've all spaced out a little bit here. There's a little bit of a crowd just over here. We'll hit 3 of these guys, or 4, and then they'll start teleporting like crazy. And when we turn around... oh, they're not going to do it for me now. There we go. Yeah, they just start doing this. They're hopping all over the place, and they're still on fire, taking damage. It could be the fire, actually, means when they take damage, they try and teleport away. That makes a lot of sense. And that guy headed back towards me then, and he wasn't on fire. Like this guy, who's no longer teleporting. We have solved the mystery. So the fire aspect makes them teleport a lot because they're taking damage. That makes so much more sense. Cool. And we still only got 1 ender pearl, so I'll get a few more of these. And then we'll head back. Okay, here is the ocean monument off in the distance. I'm looking forward to this. Do you know what? It's been a while since we've done this. I think the last time I took on one of these in survival mode was with DMAC, and that was on the last vanilla world, so that's probably, what, like over a year ago? I was about to hold down shift then. That would have been really bad, because I would have fallen out of this thing. So anyway, as we head over here, I know there's been a little bit of a problem with another one of these monuments, which was with XB. He didn't have any Elder Guardians in here, and when we came over, I don't think we got mining fatigue or anything like that, and it looks like we've picked the perfect time of day to do this, because it's about to become night time, which is no problem. Oh, I was supposed to repair my armor. We've got to watch out for that. That thing might break pretty soon. Also forgot to get Depth Strider. Oh my god, I've spent so long brewing up potions. It has been quite ridiculous. So, let's make our way down there. Let's drink our water breathing and also our night vision as well. Ha, there we go. Oh, that looks so good. But as soon as you drop into the water... Oh yeah, it is actually okay. I seem to remember one of the things that's supposed to help you underwater not being so great. I think it's if you have like Aqua Infinity on your helmet as well as something else. There's a combination of the two that isn't so great. Anyway, that's our way into this area. No mining fatigue yet, and now we're under the water. Let's just quickly finish this ladder, plop down our ender chest, and you can see all of the potions that I've been brewing up here. There you go, tons and tons. We'll keep the golden apple in case of emergency, why not? And now we have a water bottle. That's because we're underwater and we've accidentally drunk one of those. So this potion of swiftness is going to help a fair deal, and it could have helped a lot more considering I should have had some Depth Strider with me. But oh well, let's go around here. I've got to say, I think these textures need a little bit of work. Feel free to leave me a comment about any of the textures in this. I like... Don't attack me. I like the colours of these ones. They're awesome, the way they change. Have we got no sound? Should definitely have sound. I think my my own personal audio is very low. Let's turn it up a little bit. So there we go, we got our first Prismarine Shard. We need a whole bunch of those. We're also going to kill 100 Guardians while we're over here. And I've left the book back at the ender chest. Let me go grab that quickly. So yeah, we were talking about the texture here. I think the colours are right. I just feel like the texture being quite cobbly is probably going to be difficult to work with. But I love these colours, the way they change. There's one that's blue that's really nice. It's ever so cool. And I got the book, by the way. We only need to kill 50 of these guys to get a spawner. And there's an upgrade where you can upgrade your spawner into an Elder Guardian spawner. So that way we could get ourselves some sponges and make a sponge farm. How cool would that be? It really doesn't look like there's an Elder Guardian here. Haven't seen the animation and haven't seen anything else really. I think there's gold blocks in here. That'd actually be really useful because although we sort of just made a gold farm, look at that. We could definitely do with these. I've been looking at those health canisters, by the way. There's a whole nother level of hearts that we could get, and in order to do that we're going to need a lot more gold. So that will come in really nice. I think there's 2 of these rooms in each monument. If so, that might be enough for 2 apples, which means 2 canisters. So that's useful, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any Elder Guardians, does it? Now look at the texture right here. It looks really nice as it transitions into the blue. Oh, it's so cool. I love that. Very bright and vibrant colour. So I think down the end here is usually where the Ender Guardian is, or is it just around the corner? I think it might be around this corner. I really wish I had the Depth Strider. I had one job. One job. Actually, I had a lot of jobs. I had to brew potions. I had to travel back and forth to get carrots and turn them into golden carrots. Sometimes, you know, the simplest of things take a fair bit of time when you're not that established. So I think we're actually still in the upper region of the temple. I thought we were out on the wing then, so I'll continue around. My plan is, while I explore this looking for the Elder Guardians, is to kill 50 Guardians as well, which is why I've got so many potions. But we're not going to do all of that on camera together. That seems a little bit silly. And this is just a room that doesn't lead anywhere. Anyway, I'll continue the exploration, and if anything interesting happens, I will be recording, so I'll be sharing that with you. Okay, we're at the entrance, and you can see there's Guardian out there. There's probably more of them outside than there is in, but just to make sure we hit up the right area, I'm going to break the temple from the outside. And it felt like we had explored the right-hand side, so we're going to go in here on the left. I do not see any signs of an Elder Guardian, and this is where you would find one. These 2 places on either side, then up the top as well, which I think is where we came in. So clearly no Elder Guardians, but we've got a guy over here. I wonder if we can shoot him underwater. That makes our life easier. Nope, not quite. Let's just whack him with the sword. So, I'm going to go around this place and try and kill 50 of these guys. I just found a sponge room. This is cool. Are they faster on sponges? No, I don't think there's any default tool for the sponge. And no Elder Guardian, yeah. Just thought I'd let you know I found a sponge room. I might find a couple more as well. So I decided to head back. There's no way I'm going to kill 50 of these guys anytime soon unless I've got those Depth Strider boots. And something to do with the custom terrain here, which is beta testing, of course. That is interesting. Big blocks of ice under the water. Not what I expected to see. Yeah, I noticed that on the way back. I thought they were loading chunks, and then I decided I had to investigate. Crazyman has withered away, oh dear, and my boat has gone off in that direction. Couldn't have done it without those Depth Strider boots, and we haven't actually done it yet. We're 5 away, and something's targeting me. There it is. So let's kill this guy. Let's get right in there and tap him. And yeah, the reason I get so close to them is because then their spikes go in. When their spikes are extended, they're going to do damage because of the Thorns effect that they have. So you have to kind of rush them like this, get in there. Sometimes they ignore you and leave them out, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, got to get right in their face because otherwise they do damage to your armor. And there's quite a lot of them spawning now because it's night time. But also just flying around and swimming. We're not flying, but swimming, aren't we? Swimming around here at night time with the night vision. It looks ever so cool. You can kind of see the stars in the skies. And it's really awesome. I like it. Hello. Let's just whack this guy. We're probably there now. We needed like 5. Let's kill this guy here. And again, we just go up close or wait for him to do that. And sometimes it's hard to get the timing just right. Ugh. And it doesn't look like we're going to get it right today. There we go. And there's, I'm pretty sure another one's here somewhere targeting me. Anyway, let's have a look. 50 out of 50. That's amazing. I would kill more, but we don't need anything from them. We can make a spawner now. And we can build a farm back at the base, which is awesome. I love it. It's so cool. And what have we got? Like 3 more minutes here? Well, I found another sponge room down below, so I can spend some time clearing that out. It was literally through one of the walls down here. Oh, there it is, right there. I decided to have a little dig around when I was looking for guardians. And punching this is incredibly slow. If we actually create a little air pocket somewhere, it might be a little bit quicker. No air pocket there. Maybe over on this side, can we make a little bit of one? Like that. If I put a block below me, is it going to be quicker? Oh, it is. Okay, excellent idea. And it's immediately backfired because I'm standing in water again. I'll find some way to do this, don't worry. So we got ourselves 33 prismarine shards. We also now have the means to make a guardian spawner and upgrade it into an Elder Guardian spawner. So that's going to be a couple of awesome projects for the next episodes ahead, and I am looking forward to it. I hope you are too. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about it, and I'll see you in the next episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.